Hello everyone, this is Food is a Conversation Alumni Edition, session 45. I am very excited to have our next guest dialing in from Brazil today, especially during the time when we are already collecting the new people to feature on these sessions, because our digital bootcamp is entered the second week. So while I am connecting, introduce you these sessions. So basically we host it twice a week in order to introduce you our ecosystem members who attended any of the educational programs. Hi, Renata.
Hi, how are you, Júlia?
Very good, very good. I just quickly tell the audience about the sessions and then we can go on with the questions. So during these sessions, you will get to know our alumni, which program they attended, what were their takeaways, and how are they implementing it in their daily life currently. How is their local food system, and most importantly, how do they see their food future? So please, I encourage everyone to post questions in the chat. We will make sure that we find time to answer them. It's a very casual conversation, as you will see. And if you missed the previous 44 sessions, you can find them on our IGTV or on our YouTube channel. And now, without any further ado, I would like to introduce you to my next guest. So please, Renata, introduce yourself. Tell us where you are dialing in from and what is your connection to the Future Food Network.
So, well, I'm from Brazil. I live in São Paulo state, and I work for Conscious Innovation Consultant. And I mean, that is my job, my job of the daily life. But I'm very connected with food because I love learning about it. Also because of my background, I was born on a farm, and I have all my old generation of family working with agriculture. So for me, it was like natural to do all I do and to learn, very easy to learn the things related to food. So also to say that for me now it's a moment that a good change is happening in my life, because I'm trying to see how can I be more related to food in this field of working with that, making all the things that I know, all the things that I've been learning, to put it into practice. So I'm very avid to know how it will be in the future, but also waiting for opportunities and also thinking about all the possibilities, because we are in a moment that we need to learn to read the opportunities.
Definitely, definitely. So you joined our digital bootcamp in July. How did you hear about the program, and what was your motivation to attend the 4-week part-time learning experience?
Well, in fact, I'm not pretty sure about how I found it. So I just remember it appeared for me maybe on Instagram, because I follow a lot of pages related to food. For example, FAO, so maybe it was related and some ads appeared to me. But I was very fast in, because I was like very sure that it was really what I wanted. Oh, are you listening me?
Renata?
Júlia?
Yes,
Are you
I
listening
think we have some connectivity issues, but right now I can see and hear you.
Okay. So I think that I was very happy that it appeared to me, because it was like I was looking for something related to the food system, to study more about it, but I wanted something very holistic. And so Future Food appeared to be very connected with what I was looking for. And I need to say that it was much more than I expected, because this approach of combining food system with innovation it was really, really important and really, really what I wanted to do. So I'm very happy to be part of this huge network today that Future Food brought to me a lot of knowledge, a lot of people, and a lot of connections. So I think that was a great opportunity. I said myself, I only want to do one course during this pandemic because everybody was like attending courses and having all the things that the internet brought us. But I decided that I want to do only one thing, and I did the best choice.
I'm very happy that you did choose the Food and Climate Shaper bootcamps, and also that you are now participating on the second edition as one of our local hosts. And you will be also part of one of our live sessions about soil management over the next weeks. But tell me, you have been organizing different festivals before, and you had other projects as well. So can you please explain a bit about them for us?
Okay, so now I work at Mandala, that it's been 4 years. Mandala is a conscious innovation consultant, B Corp certified. So it is a consultant that bring to the companies more awareness about their role as part of a system that they have to participate on. How we can change everything that's happening. So the thing is, show how they can be more environmentally and socially responsible through their actions. And Mandala does it through. It's not an easy way of changing mindset, but we know that we need to be like seeds inside this place. So the first thing is to change organizational culture because it's not all about telling the companies what they must do. It needs to be like in the root system of the company. So Mandala's work is to bring this change, like a sustainable change. Also considering that companies are made by people, considering what are their challenges and what are their needs. So I think that innovation has to be with technology, with all the new ideas, but also with considering that we are dealing with people, and now more and more people are suffering emotionally by mental disease. So that is part of our job, trying to change mindsets to something that will be more sustainable and continue on the future. Also, I worked to a festival called Virada Sustentável, that it's a sustainability movement here in Brazil that started in São Paulo, but now it takes place in a lot of capitals in Brazil. And the idea is to promote the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. But that's made not only by talking about it, it's by activities such as theater, concerts, and making it funny to people, be more connected, really connected to the SDGs. So it was very nice. I could meet a lot of people doing great jobs, and that was really inspiring to me. I'm very happy to be part of this movement because now it's been like 12 years that Virada Sustentável it's making these events. And it was inspiring also because I dream about having a festival about the food system. It will be very, very nice.
Very nice. I know that you also are involved in an agroforestry project recently. So tell us a bit more about that as well.
Well, it's a long story, but I'll try to summarize. As I told you, I was born in a farm, and I went to São Paulo to study when I was 18, and I was really not connected to the ground, to the soil. I didn't have the thing on my blood. Like I didn't want to follow the patterns and the lifestyle of my parents. So I graduated in international relations, and I wanted to be a diplomat. But I realized that that had nothing to do with me. And that moment was because I was really enjoying cooking. I was like, I want to do something with that. I don't want to work as a diplomat. I want to work with cooking and food. So the thing was that I became a self-taught people, a person about food and the food system. And because of all the knowledge I had and all the people that I met during this process, I could know permaculture and agroforestry. That I really got like I fell in love with that. And I start to bring these ideas to my parents, trying to change the system. And not easy, but I mean, I try to bring some ideas and to show different ways of doing what they always did. But with the pandemic, I came back, and I'm living here on the farm, still working part-time, but working from home. And I could, it was a dream because I could do what I always loved to do. And working, I dreamed about planting, and I wanted really to be more in contact with nature. And one day my mother told me, why don't you make an agroforest now that you are here? So it was really, really, I was really excited. And I start to plan, I start to see who could help me, because it is not easy to have an agroforestry. And so we did it with the help of a lot of people, a lot of friends and my relatives. It was really, really nice. And now I'm really in love with agroforest, the system and the methodology, and because you really need to be connected with nature. It's not easy because you don't do things in a mechanical way. You need to be involved. So that is very amazing.
Wow. This sounds very inspiring, and I can't wait to hear more about your story on our live session the next weeks. So you mentioned when you returned to your parents' place, you tried to introduce them the things what you have learned. So that's a great example to see how those older generation of farmers perceiving new ideas. And as we can see, your parents were very open-minded, and you had this chance. But how were the initial conversations? What can you recommend for like communication towards farmers if you want to make a bigger impact and change agricultural practices? What were the words or tools what you used to convince your parents?
Well, I'm still learning. It's not a concrete process. It's not easy. I'm very happy that I have this experience of knowing how to deal with people that are still in the old mindset about agriculture, because I know that it's much more than talk about it. We need to do things, and more than that, we need to be inspiration. We need to show and make things happen, because, for example, I have a great responsibility to make this agroforest be okay, like it needs to work. And because if not, they will say, well, you are very romantic and you think that it's easy to plant, and you think that it's easy to grow food, but you see there's a lot of challenge. But for me, one thing that I realized is that at first you must understand that each person has their own process. So it's not because I know all that I know that I want to put everything in my parents' mind, for example. They didn't have all the way I had until be here. So I think that we need to keep it simple. We need to do at least the things like talking about beautiful things, not criticizing, like showing that it's so nice to be in a system that it's not treated with, for example, all these products came from the industry that is very expensive for the agriculture, and showing them that it was like an old wisdom that they have it, but they lost it. So I think that the most important thing is to have like a storytelling, but understanding that it's not easy to put your ideas into others' mind. I think I'm still learning. I need to be very patient. I need to be very empathetic, and I think that it will be a great process for me. And I think I have a lot to teach people who want to deal with this kind of process too.
Amazing. I can't wait to see the progress. Going back to the boot camp, if you would need to tell someone or recommend someone to join the next edition, which will happen in March, how would you describe the boot camp, and what were your main takeaways, and what were the activities what you appreciated the most?
Well, a lot of things. I think that for me it was amazing because of the diversity of experience. For example, we had some meetings that was about innovation, another about local learning, and also this contact with people from all over the world. It's very rich to be all this perspective. So it opened my mind. It really opened my mind. Despite I've been studying about food system a lot, I learned a lot of things because of that. And also for me, for example, it was really important to realize how we can make great things by being small and being local. I think that it was the two main things that I really put in my practice, trying to look around me and not trying to make big things, because at the beginning you have much more impact if you do things starting from small.
Yes, that is very well said. Thank you so much. I am so excited to see the new local discoveries starting this week of the current cohort. So I have a final question, what I always ask from everyone. How could you describe the preferred food future you would like to have? So where you don't have any barriers and you can design that food future you would like to have.
With no barriers.
No barriers.
Okay, because I'm a very dreamer person, but at the same time I'm a very realistic. So I'm very balanced. But I mean, if I have no barriers, I think that for me it's all about the system. It's connected with our principles and values. Because, for example, I think that we it's very easy to grow food and have food enough for you and for the others. So, I mean, if we come back to the time when we used to grow our food and change with our neighborhood and start to do this in a new way, like in a society with technology, with all the things that we have in our hands today, it would be very amazing. I mean, we need to, in fact, the future is related to the past because we need to go back. We need to value what we had as a wisdom and use it in a modern way. So I think that it's related to being connected with it.
Sorry, would you mind repeating the very, very last few words you said because we got cut off?
Sorry. I said that it's all about being growing our food and being connected with it, because I need to know what I'm eating. I don't if I'm eating something produced by other people, no problem with that, since I know exactly how it was done. So I think it's this reconnection.
Yeah, definitely. And I cannot agree more with the fact that we have to actually look backwards and see and take the things from our past what are useful, because this is how we can design a more resilient future as well. So Renata, thank you so much for sharing all this with us, and I can't wait to meet you on the screen again for the bootcamp over the next days. And for those who joined us later, don't worry, you didn't miss everything, because we will post this on IGTV immediately afterwards. And you can also check out the other sessions we had before. The next one will be this Thursday. Actually, the timing is a slightly changed. So let me just tell you exactly what time it will be. 10 a.m. Central European time. Sorry, with the bootcamp schedule, we had to shuffle around a bit with the timing. Yeah, check out all of these inspiring stories of our food and climate shapers, and check out also the digital bootcamp. The next cohort will start in March, and some of our current sessions will be also live broadcasted, so just keep an eye on our channels. Renata, thank you again. It was lovely to have you on the session.
Thank you, Julia. It was a pleasure, and I'm very happy of being part of Future Food.
Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.